My name is Lena. I'm 19 years old, and while most girls my age are figuring out their college majors or posting selfies from beach vacations, I'm trying to survive. My mom lost her job 2 years ago. My younger brother needs school supplies we can barely afford. So I started working, no, surviving, through a low-paying internship in one of the city's most powerful companies. I wasn't seen. I wasn't heard. Until the day he looked straight into my eyes. Marcus. His name echoed through the building like a rumor with a pulse. Whispers followed him like a shadow. He's the CEO's nephew. Took over half the company before he turned 30. Cold, calculating, dangerous. The first time I saw him, I was holding a tray of coffee. He was stepping out of the elevator, crisp suit, jawline like a sculptor's work, eyes that didn't just look, they measured. He didn't smile, but he saw me. And suddenly, I wasn't invisible anymore. From that day, things began to shift. He would greet me by name, ask me questions about my department, my tasks. Who do you report to? Are they treating you fairly? At first, I thought he was just being kind. But kindness doesn't come with lingering stares or private lunches, does it? Soon, he was inviting me into meetings I had no business being in, offering to mentor me. I told myself it was professional, but my heart was racing in ways I couldn't explain. He made me feel important in a place where I was disposable. For the first time in my life, I felt like I was chosen. And when he left a handwritten note on my desk that said, "Lunch?" Just you and me, my hands shook holding it. The restaurant was quiet, expensive, with candlelight even at noon. He asked me about my dreams, my fears. He told me I was smart, different, worthy. I should have felt proud. But instead, I felt like I was falling into something I didn't understand. That night, he messaged me. "You have no idea how refreshing it is to talk to someone who's not fake." Then another. "If only you knew how stunning you looked across the table today." My fingers hovered over the keyboard, unsure. Was I supposed to reply like a colleague, or like something more? When I finally typed back, "Thank you," a part of me knew this was the beginning of a dangerous line I wouldn't be able to uncross. Have you ever mistaken attention for love? Tell me in the comments, because Lena's about to find out the difference, the hard way. The next morning, he gave me a confidential file. "Only you," he said. "I trust your eyes." I took it as a badge of honor. Back home, I showed my mom the folder and told her, "He believes in me." She smiled, not knowing that belief would come with a cost. From that moment on, Marcus started pulling me in deeper, staying late together in conference rooms, his hand occasionally brushing mine, his voice a little lower when he spoke my name. One evening, the power went out in our office block. We stayed back, just the two of us, trapped in the flicker of emergency lights and silence. He stood close, closer than ever before. "You make this place feel less cold," he whispered. And in that moment, I let him kiss me. It was slow, intentional, and filled with promises he never spoke out loud. I thought it was real. I wanted it to be real. But the next day, he was different, distant, cool. "We should keep this between us," he said, avoiding eye contact. People wouldn't understand. A pit formed in my stomach, but I nodded. I had already fallen too far to climb out. Weeks passed. He'd pull me close one day, ignore me the next. I began questioning myself. Was I too clingy? Too emotional? He had this way of making me feel like the crazy one, while he walked around composed, untouchable. One afternoon, I overheard a conversation outside the boardroom. A woman, older, confident, was laughing softly. "Marcus has a new favorite intern. Poor girl probably thinks she's special." My cheeks burned with shame. I wanted to disappear. When I confronted him that night, he smiled. Not kindly, but like someone who held all the power. "Don't be dramatic, Lena. You knew what this was." My heart cracked right down the center. But I stayed. I stayed because I had nowhere else to go. I began losing weight, losing sleep, losing myself. My work suffered. My mother noticed. "You're not happy," she said. "That place is draining you." But how could I explain that the person who once lit up my world had now become the one dimming it? I didn't recognize myself anymore. I was no longer the girl with dreams. I was someone clinging to the illusion of love. Then one day, it all collapsed. HR called me in. Someone had leaked confidential files, the same ones Marcus gave me. My name was on the trail. He never defended me, never explained, just watched as I was escorted out, eyes cold, lips tight. I was the intern who betrayed company trust. He remained the golden boy, untouchable. And I was erased. I cried for days. I felt dirty, used, stupid. But pain has a strange way of transforming you. One morning, I stood up, looked in the mirror, and whispered to myself, "You were never the broken one. You were just the honest one in a room full of masks." If you've ever been manipulated in the name of love, know this: you are not weak. You were just real in a world that punishes truth. Comment, "I choose myself," if you've ever had to walk away from something that almost destroyed you. Now I'm rebuilding. Slowly. I've taken up a new course in creative writing. I write stories that tell the truth, not the polished fairy tales we're sold, but the raw, aching, necessary truth. And in every character I build, I leave a trace of Lena, the girl who learned that surviving isn't enough. You must also protect your heart, even from those who offer it a throne. Some nights, I still hear his voice. Not in a romantic way, no. It's more like a ghost echoing through the hallways of who I used to be. The soft manipulation, the sugar-coated gaslighting, the illusion of intimacy. I replay those moments, not because I miss him, but because I never want to forget what it felt like to lose myself piece by piece for someone who never deserved me. Therapy wasn't something I thought I could afford. But I found a local group for young women who had experienced workplace abuse. That's where I first said it out loud. I loved a man who never truly saw me. And hearing those words outside of my head broke me, then built me. Each session helped me reclaim a part of myself I thought was gone forever. One of the women in the group said something I'll never forget. Being chosen by a broken man isn't validation. It's a trap. And suddenly, everything made sense. Marcus didn't love me. He loved how easily I could be shaped, bent, and silenced. But not anymore. I wasn't a blank page for someone else's story. I was my own narrator now. I started writing my experiences anonymously online. The post was titled, "To the Girl Who Thinks He Sees You." It went viral. Thousands of girls messaged me, telling me they felt seen, that they finally had the words for their own pain. And for the first time since everything happened, I felt free. My story had a purpose. My pain wasn't wasted. Months passed. The cold winter that had followed my collapse slowly gave way to spring. I got a call from a small publication that wanted to feature my blog. "We think your voice matters," they said. I laughed through tears. If only they knew how long I had waited for someone to say those exact words, not as manipulation, but as truth. Sometimes I still walk past that office building. It's just a place now, no longer a monument to my humiliation, just bricks and glass and empty promises. I heard Marcus left the company. Rumor has it there was a quiet scandal, something about an inappropriate relationship with another intern. I didn't feel satisfied. I didn't need revenge. I had something better: peace. I'm not telling this story to make you pity me. I'm telling it because maybe you are Lena. Maybe you're stuck in a relationship where your light is being dimmed, where love feels more like confusion and fear than safety. And if that's you, hear me clearly. Leave. You are not too much. You are not weak. You are just too real for someone built on lies. If this story touched you, share it. Let someone know they're not alone. Type, "I reclaim my power," if you're done living small for someone who doesn't see your worth. Lena didn't get a fairy tale ending. She got something better. She got herself back. And sometimes that's the real happy ending. Not the prince, not the mansion, not the grand romance, but the quiet, powerful return to your own soul.